I'm Matt with HFP, and today we're going to take this old girl and try to get her running again. And then I think we're going to test to see how good of a four-wheel drive it actually is. Not really sure what we're going to do yet, so stay tuned. Pretty sure it's going to be fun and maybe even some stupid stuff in there. But so I ended up with this truck. So if you go back to my videos, you can see I built a big white truck and I turned it into a pickup truck and I made it really nice. Well, I needed this truck because this truck had the super singles on it. They're on my other truck, and my other truck had a bad transfer case, and this truck had a rebuilt transfer case. So I bought this truck for the wheels, the tires, and the transfer case, mainly the transfer case. So I figured I could just have it rebuilt for not that much. And when they quoted me 10 to 15 grand, I'm like, I can buy a whole truck for less than that. So that's what I did. Bought this, used parts on it, and then I figured I'd just sell the parts. And it's been sitting here in front of my shop on jacks for about the last 4 years. So I don't think I'm going to get around to selling it. So instead, I think we're just going to do some cool stuff with it. So let's get her started and see what happens. Well, moment of truth. The batteries are about 10 years old. We slow charged them for a couple hours, so we're going to see. I got my doubts, but, you know, sometimes you get lucky. Well, we got clicks out of it, so I don't know. We'll leave the charger on for another minute or two, see what happens. We're gonna try it one more time with the jump box. So much for that. She cranks, but I'm smoking my jump box, so I'm not gonna destroy it. Dang it. Well, about $300 later, we got two batteries. They should work. Well, we definitely can't have a muffler on this beast, so it's got to go. Well, we better save our end pipe so it looks cool. All right, she's straight piped. That ought to be worth 1 million views right there, huh? Oh yeah, fits like a glove. Gonna open me up with a exhaust business next. Well, here's what I got for tires. They're pretty much shot, but they do say regroovable. So I don't know what their version of regroovable is. We're gonna regroove them. Okay, we are gonna start regrooving this bad boy. I've used this regroover quite a few times on tractor tires. I don't know why it's not gonna work on these tires. It's a Van Alstyne regroover and it works great. Let's get to it. First things first, we gotta kind of figure out what we're doing. I'll just take a Sharpie, maybe go from that line to that line. Kind of get a pattern figured out. I think we're just gonna go with the V tread. All right, well, I got 2 of the 6 tires done. So we're definitely gonna have more traction up front. Those are gonna be the front tires. The rear tires, we still gotta cut, but I think I'm gonna put them on first and we're gonna see if this old girl can do a burnout. She started off with 250 horsepower and got about 160,000 miles on it now. So we're probably down to about 200 horsepower. So we're gonna do a burnout first, and I think we're gonna cut them into more of a tractor tire on the back. There's all the pieces of rubber to just cut 2 tires. So this is the lovely problem I ran into with these lovely Bud wheels. So you got your stud, you got your first lug nut, it's like a lug nut stud. It goes on, hold the first wheel on, then you put your second wheel over that stud lug nut thing, and then you put your final lug nut on. Since this thing had super singles on it, studs are longer. Pretty sure I can get longer ones of these. I hope I can, because if not, I either got to cut down every single one of these, 20 of them, or I got to buy shorter ones and take these off. Yeah, fine.
We finally got our lug nuts so they're the right size. Let's put some tires on this old girl.
Well, she's all running. She's off jack stands after about 3 or 4 years. You got 6 tires on him. Let's see if she can do a burnout.
Put water in.
Burnout. Let's give this old girl a fighting chance. burnout, but my air locker disengaged at about 25 miles an hour. So we're only one wheel wonder burnout, but by God, she did it. Okay, well, I think I found our culprit for our one wheel wonder. There's a safety valve, which I figured there was a safety valve in here for a speed limiter to kick that locker out. I found it, and we are gonna bypass it and do a proper burnout. Those big old heavy duty tires don't quite smoke like those light duty tires, but I mean, we left some damn good marks. These bad boys are hot. Whoa. she lays down the rubber pretty thick, and it is sticky. I mean, like drag strip sticky. So look at the piles of rubber. I got a good pile over here when I was doing the one wheel wonder. And it's all over the cab. And this rubber, I mean, these tires are super, super hard. But man, when they heat up, it just makes it just crazy soft. And it just throws chunks everywhere. I mean, it's all the way on the front of the hood. All right. Time to have some more fun with this old girl.